Hello to everyone who is watching this. My name is Joshua Grant. I'm a musician, I'm a producer, I'm an engineer, and I love playing the instruments. I love playing the bass guitar, drums, organ, piano, anything that has to do with percussion. And I'm currently learning lead guitar. And I just love music in general. It's a part of my blood. My older brother played it, my dad plays it, my sisters get into it. But speaking of loving what I do, loving music, loving to produce and all that, I was able to get a great opportunity to produce a couple of songs from Grease the Musical for Actup Theater. So they did a couple of shows actually. They did 5 shows. I was able to produce a couple of songs for them, and it was a great opportunity. And all I'm going to be talking about is my experience producing with the Actup Theater, and just overall how it made me better, the tracks I produced, how much time it took, the connections I've made. And yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoy. So I just want to again say I appreciate Actup Theater for this opportunity to produce some of the music for Grease the Musical. It was a great experience producing for it. It all really started when I went to Sister Act. That was one of the first shows that I went to. It was the first show that I went to. And my sister was in it, but I didn't know nothing about Actup Theater at all. So I went in there, and I'm like, okay, what is this about? And I see it, and it's a great show. It's a great program. So I was like, okay, this is nice. And I wish I could produce for them. That would be a great opportunity. Like, I was legit saying that when everything was going on. And then after one of the shows, Ronald, one of the singers, he came up to me and he was like, oh yeah, I forgot you do produce music. I'll hit you up for the next one. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't believe it at all. Cause, a lot of people in this industry, they talk, but they don't really mean it. So I was like, all right. Then when I got the call, it was by Ronald. He gave me the opportunity to produce for Grease the Musical, which was the next show that they were doing. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the songs that I did. I'm doing it by the show because they gave it to me in a different order, but I'm doing it from how the show went. So the first song I did was Mooning. All right. So Mooning was a struggle at first because a lot of the music in Grease is just the same type of swinging type beat. So then I was like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of this. And they gave me the permission to switch it up. And I'm like, so how am I gonna switch it up? So then what I did was, there's a setting in Logic where it forces the stuff to go in time. Because in Logic, it doesn't work well with swinging beats like that. So I found the setting to strictly put it in time. So it was like, I spend my day. Right? So then I put in that setting and it was like, I spend my day to be and just you, right? So I'm like, okay, I like this. So then I was like, okay, what should I do now? Like, what progression should I do? So, and the record, it was doing the 1, the 6, and 4, the 5, the 1. So I'm like, okay, how can I flip that? So then I started playing. I spent my 1, 3, 6, 4, 5, 1, 3, 6. So yeah, and then I just came with a whole groove for it, and it turned out great. And the two people that did it, they did amazing. Like, they did great. And it was just a great, challenging experience. I love challenges when it comes to music because I know in the long run is gonna help me to become better. So yeah. The first track I did was Moon. Okay, so the next one I did was Hopelessly Devoted. Now, this song was annoying. Like, so it got to a point where I'm like, all these key changes for what? Right? But I'm like, I mean, it is the 80s. It did some crazy type of music back then. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So what I did, I broke it into different parts. And then whenever it changed keys, I just cut it and just recorded it in that key. I cheated the whole thing, I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah, and thank God I had perfect pitch. It's a blessing and it's a curse, but at this time it was a blessing. So I was able to hear the notes that they was playing, so it turned out good. It turned out great. Yeah, that's all that matters. So, yeah, then I mixed it, I mastered it. I recorded bass, piano, and organ, electric piano. There was very strings in there, but I recorded more strings to go with more of my chords. And the way I flipped it was kind of different from the way the strings and the other stuff played it. So I re-recorded the strings, and I left without the strings to the point where it'll work. So that turned out really good. And listen, at the show, Tamaja killed it. Tamaja demolished it. She did a great job. Like, that's not my big sister now. And there's one of the connections I made from her. Tamaja, she's overall a really great person. She pushes me all the time. Like, yo, you better get these vocals right. You better get your voice right. Like, she pushes me, and she's like a big sister to me. I could talk to her about anything. And yeah, it was great connections I made. And yeah, but yeah, she killed it. She did great. And I'm just overall proud on how it turned out. It turned out really good. So yeah.
Mr. Celebrity over here, Mr. Singer.
Stop it. Didn't know. He's a musical producer, y'all. Y'all sleep. Arise from your slumber. Don't get stuck in the spirit of party.
The next one I did was Beauty School Dropout. Okay, listen. I do not do hip hop drums like that. I never produce anything with hip hop drums. I'm gonna explain later on in the video when I go to another song that I did. So, they said they wanted a more hip hop vibe. So what ended up happening is, I recorded my piano, organ, more of the strings, and I put it with the other producer, Gino. He's great. I put it with other producers' drums, and it turned out really good. When I first heard the song, all I was thinking was like, this needs some organ. This needs some organ in it. So, yeah, this one was really fun, especially to record on organ. This was really fun. And the churchy ending part, when they told me to do the churchy ending part, I went in. I had to. Because this is where I grew up. I grew up in the church, so I was really able to be myself and show where I came up from. The church! But yeah, so yeah, that was really fun, and everybody killed it. The vocalists did their own thing to it. I was like, whoa, okay. Like, it was great. It was great. It was really great. So yeah, that was another one that I did. Okay, so the next one that I did was Sandy. Sandy, why you do my man like that? Anyway, yeah, this was funny. This was a funny one. So this one was a struggle at first. So the stems that I got, it didn't have a tempo mat. So like it would go like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I was also like, what am I supposed to do? Like, there ain't no tempo mat. There's nothing. Like, it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. The one would be 125. 2 would be like 122. 3 would be 126, and 4 would be like 130 or something like that. And I'm like, there's no way I could do this. So I was like, I'm struggling with this one. But the boss lady Tyler came in clutch. Listen, one thing about Tyler, she's the person that does sound and the stuff, all the musical stuff over there, kind of. One thing about her, she will get it done. She will get it done. She's on top of things. So yeah, she came in clutch and she found one with the tempo map, and it went great. It went great. I was able to quantize the stuff properly so it could be in time. I don't care what y'all say. Quantizing saves lives. Even when you're in time, still use it. Still use it. If you don't know what quantizing is, it forces your stuff to go in time. It was one of the setups I was talking about earlier. But, yeah, it was great. It was great. So, yeah, I recorded drums, piano, organ, bass. I was able to lead myself with that track. That one was really fun. Now this one. This one that I did, worst things I could do. All right. This one was a mess at first, because they still wanted the same swinging beat. So I'm like, okay, I can't flip this one. And they're saying I want more hip hop flavor to it. So I'm like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to do. And then I use this drummer loop thing in Logic, and it wasn't following the beat or nothing at all. Even when I tried to swing it all the way, it still wasn't working. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What do I do? What do I do? And then I just had to record it with the piano. Like, literally. And I had to keep shaking because, yeah, I really couldn't do nothing else. But that was really my first time producing something like that with like hip hop drums and stuff like that. So that one really pushed me to my limits. It might have been a short track, a short little 1 minute, 2 minute track, but it took a while to really figure it out. So yeah, that one was a struggle, but I was able to get through it. And in order to make up for it, I went crazy on bass. Bass is my main instrument, so it's my main instrument. It was the first instrument that I started playing when I grew up. I played when I was like three going on to 4. So yeah, I'm 15 now, by the way. And yeah, so yeah, worst things I could do was a struggle, but we got through it and it turned out great. And the person that did it killed it. She did great. She did great. Okay, so I was talking about Tamaza earlier. So right after worst things I could do, there was an acapella moment that happened, and it was only her singing, and I was like, this needs some piano or something, cause listen, her voice is nice. She's nice. She's great. She is really great. And then she sent me the one that they did when I wasn't there. So I was like, okay, I think I could do something with this. And then I started to come up with this line at the end, and yeah, it turned out great. It's gonna be playing for the rest of the video. So here it is.
Look at me, there has to be something more than what we see. Wholesome and pure, also scared and unsure. Just a poor man's sympathy. When they criticize and they copy, when they see the tears in my eyes. They know that there's only one of me, and it has to last so long. Shine through the storm, don't know what you do. Hold your head and sound, take a deep breath and cry. Say goodbye, true.
Okay, so the last one I did was Always Be Together. Now this one, I love this one. I love the producing it. I love everything about it. So I worked around their stems, the instruments, the vocals, and I used their drums. But then I recorded my drums with their drums, and I recorded my piano with their piano. I recorded my own bass. Now I put organ in there. This was around my area of producing, so this one was one of my favorites, one of my most easiest. But this was also one of the best things I produced, except that You Deserve a Track. If you ain't check that one out, you gotta check that one out. It's on my channel. So, but yeah, this was one of the best productions I've made, especially for my first play. It was one of my favorites. It's in the heavenly key in E. I love E. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I love E. It's a heavenly key. It's everything about E. It's and all the leads was singing it, and listen, all the leads, they're so great. Everybody did great. Everyone did great. Everybody had a part to play, and they executed it. Everybody did great. And I heard that it only took 10 weeks just to do that production, which was wild, because the way it came out great. Like, everything was great. Even when, listen, I went there 10 weeks. I went to a lot of that, and just seeing like how much work they put in for this to work out. Like, they were losing their voices. A lot of them was tired, because I was tired myself. Plus having to do school and that at the same time, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just applaud them for this. They did a really great job pushing through it, even when they was losing their voices, even when they was tired, even though they didn't even feel like doing it. Like, so, y'all, just applaud y'all. Great job to everyone. And I'll say this one was a success, and my first play that I produced for, and I'm hoping for more to come. And I hope this encourages you to keep going and keep pushing. And if you have a goal, if you have a dream, go for it. Go for it. And don't keep God out of it, though, because I'll definitely say God definitely gave you this opportunity, because I've always been praying, saying, like, God, I want to produce for all these things. I want to produce for artists, I want to produce for plays, I want to produce for movies and stuff. And like, out of nowhere, this came to me. Nowhere. Like, I didn't even expect it. And then, it just came out of nowhere. So, God knows your heart and God sees you. So keep posting, keep working on your craft, keep doing what you're doing. God sees you, and keep posting, keep doing what you're doing. And God will give certain opportunities to you when it's the right time. All right? God bless.